video from Dr. Lock. We have this old lock here and it's on a restricted key, and the customer tells me they don't have a key for it. Now I'm just looking at this and I can see it's an SBC, and that key brooch, if you can see that, it's a real nightmare to try and pick that. So what I'm going to do is, they actually do have a key for the back door, and they said they didn't have a key for it, but I get the feeling that this is the same key. Goes in and doesn't turn. So although it goes in, what I can do is I can key this one alike. Now the biggest problem is getting that cylinder out, and to do that, what we have to do is we have to punch this little pin through, remove the bolt, and then remove the workings of this lock, and then get down to the cylinder which lives at the front. This is an ADI, so this is an Australian product. Alright, so let's get into it. Some luck, I was able actually to bump that restricted key. I did try picking it, had no luck, but I was able to bump it. Now we're going to start to pull it apart, and this thing is so chopped up with dirt and stuff. Like, look at that. That's just grease and dirt and dust. It just hasn't been used in such a long time. So this is one of the original designs of this type of lock. So it's changed a little bit in the past. So now let's pull it apart. Probably 30 years old, maybe more. Oh yeah, it's grease everywhere. So this lock has been around before I was a locksmith, basically. Look at that. And that's a funny type of cam that's actually on the back there. Because I've got the key turned, I want to keep that turned. And we're going to do a rekey, and then clean it out, and then test it. And this lock will live another day. They're not a bad design. This, I guess you could. It's basically the equivalent of 5004 ADI bolt. Okay, so now we're down to the cylinder. We can find out why this key was not working. We'll put our follower through, leave it in its housing, and out it comes. Alright, so we've got some master pins happening in there. I don't know about the other master key, so I'm just going to dump all those pins, and we'll just start again. And I'm also going to check the top pins on it, because I don't want any problems for customer. It's quite a lot to get off the door, so better off just cleaning it right up. Almost there. Number 3. Okay, and 7. Okay, and lucky last, looks like a 2. It's a 1. Okay, so there's our key part of it all done. Now we have to check the actual pins in the cylinder. So that's out. Let's see what we got here. Easiest way I like to do it is just do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Yep, they're all good. So we've got 3 good there, no dirt, well sprung. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we just lost a couple. So they're really big top pins there, and they're sprung really well. The cylinder's quite clean, the plug's quite clean. That's pretty good for it being like 30 years plus. Or maybe not. The lock is, but the cylinder might not be. Alright, so I'm just going to load it up with graphite, just to keep it working good. Put it back. Turn it, test it. And it turns perfectly. Alright, yeah, that can go on the back there. It does have a whole heap of dirt and stuff on it, but I'm going to spray some more lubricant on top, some grease, and that should keep it working good. So put my cam screws in, nice and tight as I can get them. Alright, so the cylinder's done. Back in. This one back in. Okay, so I've hit it with the degreaser. Just wiping it all down. Digging out all that grease and those cutouts. Oh, that looks better. Okay, that's why I use toilet paper. It's easy, it's disposable. So we still have this piece here. This piece will wipe down too. That is just so caked on there. I'm going to hit that with the degreaser too. So messy. You know, just basically just wipe it all off. You can see the difference. Definitely a big difference straight away. Okay, so it's almost done. Okay, good enough. So this part now goes on there. So we'll spray a little bit. Lithium grease. Okay, just push in there. Let's test it now. Oh, like super smooth. Now we have to put our key in, put the bolt back in. So there's a roll pin about here, which corresponds with the hole here. If I can find it. There it is there. So to make sure that bolt doesn't get removed again, you put down this pin punch and you give it a like slight tap. It goes through there, and that punches that rod pin to go up and down in this groove. So now the bolt can't be removed. Okay, although it doesn't look pretty, this is now going back in action. You can actually lock the bolt in the up position. When you put the key in, you turn it to like 2 o'clock position, you pull the bolt all the way down, you remove the key. That's how it works. Okay, cleaning up an old 30-year-old ADI bolt. Thanks for watching.